Members of the media here will know that we have advocated strongly on the issue of bail and other criminal code changes and reform, led with our Premier Heather Stefanson in leading that charge across Canada. And we've seen some changes, but there are more changes that need to be done. And in talking to, as one example, the Restaurant Association, I know this is one of the concerns that they've raised, is with individuals who are arrested over and over again for vandalizing or causing other problems at their restaurants. You'll also know, of course, that we brought in other measures. Electronic monitoring program is being established in the province of Manitoba. You'll remember, of course, the work that's being done downtown Winnipeg with the Downtown Community Safety Patrol and our partnership with them, and more cameras downtown and more foot patrols in downtown, which has an impact, of course, downtown, but has a ripple effect in the rest of Winnipeg as well. And of course, the media would be very disappointed if I didn't remind all of you that those were all measures that the NDP party voted against. And so I want to, of course, fulfill my responsibility to you and remind you that the NDP didn't support those measures. Now, some of those measures, as I mentioned already, are having an immediate impact. The high-risk warrant unit, I think, is having an impact already, but others will take longer. We know that getting patrol officers downtown and the other announcements that have made, they take some time in terms of training and getting individuals into those positions. And so we need to support those like restaurants and hoteliers and those in retail who are being impacted significantly by the crime that they are seeing. There are different ways, of course, to provide that support. Our parties talked about affordability and making sure that we are keeping life affordable so people can patronize these great Manitoba restaurants and retail outlets. We've talked about taking the PST off of your restaurant bill, which of course saves money for the individual buying the meal, but it also draws people into these restaurants as well. But when it comes specifically to crime that they are facing, we want to provide support as well. So today, I'm pleased to announce that a re-elected Progressive Conservative government will establish an annual fund of $3 million, which hoteliers and restaurants and other retail outlets can apply into to get funding to both provide preventative measures to stop crime from happening. That can be things like, rock glass or gates or alarms or cameras, but also when they've experienced crime through a broken glass or vandalism, graffiti, that they can apply to be supported in not only having those costs covered, but also having it removed. And that's no small thing. It's important for two reasons. It's important because the businesses who are bearing those costs, it's been a difficult few years for them. This will support them in taking some of the burden off of the costs if they've been victimized through this type of crime. But also cleaning up things like graffiti, doing that quickly has a positive impact in our community. We know from studies that when people walk by things that there's been graffiti or other vandalism, it causes them to feel unsafe, even if at that moment there's no reason to feel unsafe. So cleaning that up quickly and as quickly as possible is also an important measure. So this $3 million annual fund is something that I know has been asked for from retailers, restaurateurs, and others as one step in a preventative measure and a responsive measure. You'll hear of other measures this week as well. But I want to thank those in the retail sector and the restaurant sector, the Hotelier Association, for not only the work that they do, but for working with us in looking for solutions to what is obviously a significant problem. Thank you very much for being here this afternoon. It's a pleasure to see you all again.
Thank you, Kevin. Now I would like to open up to the questions.